Meet Tony. This is broke Tony, and this is rich Tony. They're the same person with the same habits, but they have very different bank accounts. Today, we're going to see what money truly exposes. Let's start with broke Tony. You'll often hear him complaining. Life is so unfair, he says. My salary is just too small to get by. I deserve so much better than this. But if you look closely at his spending, a different story emerges. His money vanishes on daily fast food, clothes he never wears, and risky bets he can't afford to lose. He's always buying rounds of drinks, trying to impress people who don't really care. He acts rich, even when his account is empty. But when it comes to the things that could actually change his situation, he completely shuts down. The idea of learning a new skill? No time. Saving a small portion of his paycheck? Impossible. Investing for the future? That's for rich people. Creating a budget? Too complicated. He's stuck in a cycle of earning just enough to spend it all, convincing himself that a lack of money is his only problem. He believes that if he just had more, all his troubles would magically disappear. Then, one day it happens. Tony gets a massive promotion at work. His salary doesn't just increase, it triples overnight. He's ecstatic. He thinks to himself, finally, this is it. Now I can live the life I've always wanted. No more struggling, no more worrying. He pictures a future of financial freedom, a life where he can afford anything he desires. The weight of his financial stress seems to lift instantly. But he's forgetting something crucial. While his income has changed, the man earning it hasn't. The old habits, the ones that kept him broke for years, are not gone. They're just sleeping, waiting for an opportunity. And with this new influx of cash, they're about to wake up, hungrier than ever. The exposure begins. With 3 times the income, Tony's spending habits don't just continue, they escalate. The first thing he does is buy the latest, most expensive smartphone. Why? Because he can. Next, he leaves his modest apartment for a luxury one in a trendy neighborhood, with rent that eats up a huge chunk of his new salary. Every so-called luxury he ever dreamed of is now a reality. Designer clothes, expensive gadgets, fine dining every other night. He becomes the guy who always pays for everyone, taking his friends and colleagues out to lavish dinners and fancy bars, soaking in their temporary admiration. He meticulously documents his new lifestyle online, posting pictures of his expensive purchases and nights out. He's flexing, desperate to show the world he has finally made it. But behind the curated images, a financial storm is brewing. The more he spends, the more he feels he needs to spend to maintain this new image. He's not just living on his new salary, he's living far beyond it. And within just a few months, the inevitable happens. He's not just broke again, he's drowning in debt. The high life has a high price, and the bill has come due. One evening, Tony's oldest friend, someone who has known him since childhood, sits him down. He can see the stress behind Tony's forced smiles. Bro, he starts, his voice gentle but firm. I don't get it. You're earning more money than ever. I see what you post online. So why are you telling me you're broke again? How is that even possible? Tony looks down, ashamed. He can't maintain the facade anymore. I don't know, he mumbles. I thought more money would solve everything, but it just made things worse. I guess money changed me. His friend shakes his head slowly. No, man, that's where you're wrong. He leans in, making sure Tony is listening. Money didn't change you. It revealed you. It exposed the habits that were already there. You were financially reckless when you were broke, and now you're just being reckless with more zeros attached to the numbers. The problem was never the size of your paycheck. Tony freezes. The words hit him like a physical blow. It's a harsh truth, but a truth nonetheless. He had blamed everything on his lack of money, but the real issue was him. His mindset. His habits. The money was just a magnifying glass, and what it showed was not pretty. That difficult conversation was the wake-up call Tony desperately needed. The truth hurt, but it also set him free from his own delusions. He decided, right then and there, that something had to change, and it wasn't his income. It was him. The journey to rebuild was slow and humbling. He started by downloading a budgeting app and meticulously tracking every single dollar he spent. It was shocking to see where his money was actually going. He began devouring books and videos about personal finance and investing, topics he had once dismissed as too complicated. He made tough choices, canceling subscriptions, cooking at home, and selling things he didn't need. He downsized his apartment and started saying no to extravagant outings. Instead of spending his evenings chasing temporary highs, he enrolled in online courses to build valuable skills for his career. He was building something far more important than wealth: discipline. And through this process, he learned a powerful, life-altering lesson. As he later reflected, "I finally understood. If I don't change who I am on the inside, no amount of money will ever save me. It will only expose my weaknesses and amplify my failures." In the end, Tony realized he never needed more money. He needed better habits. He needed a stronger character. Because money is just a tool. It's an amplifier. It doesn't create character, it reveals it. If you're generous, more money will make you more generous. If you're disciplined, more money will help you build greater wealth. But if you're reckless and undisciplined, more money will only lead to a bigger financial disaster. It simply makes you more of what you already are. So, the real question isn't, how can I make more money? The real question is, who am I becoming? Because the person you are today is the person who will be managing your wealth tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. See you in the next video.